Right here. Oh, Rumbus trying to get some shots there. Oh, pulling him out right here. This is pretty impressive. Oh, first blood. Oh, Gabe Watson knocked down Austin. Oh. Inside and Gabe are going at it. Oh! Oh! Oh, it is hard. Oh! 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 Oh, there it is, everybody.
What is going on, everybody? What's poppin'? Here we are in the What's Poppin' studio. I'm here with my man Tethered. I am here, ladies and gentlemen, my family of Population 1 freaks, the NB United Kingdom champions right here. What is going on, everybody? Woo! Right next to me, I have Unsaid Rumbus in the Stormtrooper outfit. I have Soul right next to the Stormtrooper. That's right. And Gabe Watts is the alien down there on the end. Our extraterrestrial friend. How the hell is everybody doing? What is kicking? Thank you guys for showing up and being here with us. I sincerely appreciate it. How are you guys doing? How are things going? Yeah, absolutely. No doubt, no doubt. So, let's get to it. Man, what an amazing... I happen to be shoutcasting for that whole entire Kingdom Championship. And if you guys have missed that, you need to check that out. Wow, that was such an amazing round. Back and forth, back and forth. You guys, I gotta ask, did you... And of course, Soul, you were subbed out. Am I right on that? Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Jasakido just followed.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hold on one quick second. Let me fix that.
Huckleberry_VR just followed.
No, you know what? It might be. Okay. All right. Hey, there we go. Hey, sorry about that, everybody.
Run it back. Run it back.
Yeah, let's just run that shit back. Everybody, because you did not hear it. I am here with NB United, the Kingdom Championships of the last C-Class season. We're here with Unsaid Rhombus, Soul, and Gabe Watts.
Dude.
Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that, everybody. Thank you for the heads up. Huckleberry, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. We are here at the awesome What's Poppin' Studios. We were just talking to Soul. Soul got subbed out because your internet company decided to pull the rug out from under you. Was that hard to sit there and watch? You guys had played together all season. Am I right on that?
Pretty much. I think there was another session that Nasty played. Maybe also for internet. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually more frustrating than just not having internet, because I would have internet for like 10 minutes, and I'd think like, oh, I can make it, and then it would go out again, and then it would come back on again.
So were you guys
And we
making this
decided
change
it
at the
was
last
not
minute?
worth it.
Were you making this change at the last minute? Oh, that sucks. Well, applause to you guys for holding it together. Would have never known it.
That's right.
Never
Just
would have
won
known it.
anyway. Yeah.
So you guys had been playing all season. Gabe, I just want to start with you, and it's very, very cool. I honestly appreciate you all being here, because I can speak for Tethered and myself that we do a lot of shoutcasting, and we have said your names many times, but I don't think we've ever even talked to each other in a lobby before. So I'm very happy, not only honored, but happy to be here to actually put a voice to the avatar, so to say. So starting with you, Gabe, and of course Soul and Unsaid Rumbus, you guys all chime in. How did you all meet up and team up with each other? Did that happen once you were in NB together or before then?
Yeah, so I'm one of the founders of NB. Started, almost 2 years ago. Really small group. Got into
Congratulations.
Art Gold, appreciate that. I ran through some Art Gold stuff with one of our OG teams, and I got into mixed doubles with my partner Jassa, and then Soul and Rhombus both joined NB last year. Some of our first pickups as we actually decided to grow the group. That was a big decision for us. Is, did we want to stay small, or did we want to really expand our friend group? And then once we did that, Rhombus, I can let him speak to it more, but he's actually the one that was already invested in C-Class and had a team way before Soul and I came along. And he actually let us, stick around and join his team, and ended up winning a season. So it was great.
Nice, nice. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So you and Soul already knew each other. How long had you been playing Pop 1 before you guys met? Like, how did that happen? How did that connection happen?
Actually, I don't think me and Soul played before we joined NB.
Yeah, I think
You and Soul and
played-
Gabe, you all knew each other through NB or before that?
I think the first NB people I met were probably Shreddy Mac and Huckleberry, I think.
Oh, okay, right on.
And I played with
Oh, yeah.
them, and then I joined the NB server like I think early last year at some point, and I just hung out for like 6 months or something, like a really
Mhm.
long amount of time. I was just in the server making friends, talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I left my first clan, and I was kind of looking around for places to be, and NB was just somewhere I was already comfortable, so
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of made sense.
Yeah. Kind of a natural fit then.
Yeah.
And
I
Unsaid,
met
you
Soul through pubs, and then Huck and Shreddy, and then Rhombus the same way through pubs.
Nice, nice.
I think we met through whenever you, me, and Trouble played in that one Diamond Division. Because I didn't know you before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I had subbed in
Oh,
for
so that
some
was
war
in
for
ARC?
RBL whenever we were still small, and then we did the DD together. That's right.
Okay, right on, right on. So Unsaid Rumbus, you already had a team in C class. Who was that?
Originally, it kind of bounced around each season, but it was me, Lester, and Kadono, and then it became me,
Oh,
Lester,
okay.
and Gabe, and now
Okay.
this season it was our first time where it was me, Gabe, and Soul, just all
Mhm.
NB, and I'd say it went pretty well.
Yeah, I'd say it definitely did.
Yeah, I'd say.
I'd say it definitely did. How did you guys do throughout the season leading up to Kingdom qualifiers? Obviously, you were within the top 7, but I don't remember offhand. Like, I know probably Tethered and I both shoutcasted some games during that season for Kingdom Division. But how did the season go before you guys got to the playoffs, so to say? Who wants to tackle that?
Yeah, we stayed in top 2 the entire season, so we were kind of back and forth with Fugitives. Fantastic team. That's just some great players over there. So had some back and forth lobbies, but they ended up taking first in the season. So definitely congratulations to them for that.
Yep.
And then we just we had a
for
great
sure.
playoff run, and we were able to take the playoff title. But yeah, we ended up going from 2 regular season to number 1 in the playoffs.
Nice, nice. Hey, real quick, I just want to say in the chat, Space Roach, my brother from another mother, what is up? Whiskey Girl, what is up? B French, what is up? Space Roach said, "Oh, they all look so random." Talking about your avatars. So real quick, we just want to make sure that we honor your all's time. Anybody in the chat, I'm checking time right now. Anybody in the chat that wants to ask a question, please ask a question. We have these fine people until 8:45. We have to let them go because you guys are actually doing some scrims later tonight. Is that right? Or at least some of you?
Pop 1 with Go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
You have the
Top
micro
only
league
cops
with
are good.
Op only. Yep.
So
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. What is that like? You guys want to talk about that at all?
I've
Did
actually
you guys
never
do the
played
first
in
season?
first session.
Yeah, this is our first season playing pop only, but it's gonna be fun. We have some sweaty teams in there.
Oh, yeah. Like anybody that our audience would know. Of course, probably Fugitives are out there, right?
I don't know about Fugitives, but there's for sure Noah,
Yeah.
Creamy, and Ryan playing tonight.
Oh,
We got
okay, all right.
Fugitives
Some
and
VIP
VIP
guys, yeah.
signed up, and Apex team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Huckleberry just asked, who is your favorite NB member?
You can
What
say
we did.
anybody but him. Anybody but Huckleberry.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, Huckleberry. There's your answer. You heard it here first, and what's poppin'? So, like I said, shoutcasting for that game, it was literally going back and forth several different rounds. Were you all aware, Gabe and Unsaid, were you all aware of how close your scores were while you were, when you finished a round? Did you guys know that or not?
I don't know about Gabe, but I would check the scores in between each match just to see how
Okay,
close
so
it
you
was
had
and
an
see how-
idea.
what we need to do.
Right. So did you
Yeah.
adjust your gameplay at all accordingly, or Gabe or Unsaid? Whichever one wants to take that.
So I
That's a-
only
that's a
checked
Gabe
I only
question.
checked the scores right before game 5. And so like going into that final game, I knew it was I think less
Oh.
than 5 points between first and third.
Uh-huh.
So as far as strategy goes, not really. Every comp's really different, and I think C class. One of my favorite things about it is C class actually benefits the aggressor, just because kills are worth more points than a lot of other comps, and our
Sure.
team just naturally likes to play more aggressive than we do zone placement. So that was kind of the strat. Hey, just go out and kill everybody before they kill you, and I think we did a really good job of that, and it ended up working out that game. So.
Yeah, so I told you guys beforehand, you kind of asked, like, in a very organized manner, what are some of the questions you may ask us? And I said, some dipshit might ask you about what your loadout is, and that dipshit might even be me. So, hey, what was your loadout? If you're playing aggressive, what is that loadout? What is that like? I mean, are you rolling with the DT and mid range or short range? What are you guys doing? I mean, I'm
Probably
sure it's
gonna
different
start.
for
You
each
have
of
mine.
you. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay, yeah. I'll start, I guess. For the most part, I would run op, MP9, and DT, and of course heals, and that was basically my main loadout. Just nice little mix between everything, and sometimes I'd run the MK18, but I just like to keep it to those 4 guns. Yeah.
What Rhombus means to say there is he carries 5 bananas at all times.
that's what that's
that.
That's
what
what
Beef said.
Yeah, that's what B French said in the chat. That's funny. So, what about you? Because Soul, you played most of the season with them, right? So, what's your loadout in an aggressive team
I
like
also
that?
Run DT almost always. Either MP9 or MP5, just depending on like what I can
Really?
find.
Okay.
And then anybody that knows me knows I run a lot of the S85, which is kind of a weird choice. Not a lot of people.
That's
at
the
a high
original
level really
sweat
using
gun,
it,
man.
so-
That's the
That
original.
used to be the meta, yeah.
Yeah, that was the original
Yeah,
sweat
well,
gun,
I
right?
used it way back then and just never moved off of it like everybody else.
Oh, the good old days.
So
Good old
Right,
days.
right.
you
That
for
whole
sure.
2 years
Seiko
ago.
days.
Right. What about you, Gabe? Is kind of similar loadout or something a little different?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I pretty much run op DT no matter what comp I'm in, and then I'll swap between the metas. So like right now, the MP9 is obviously great, so I run
Right,
that
right,
before
right.
the MP9 to AK. So that's kind of my 2 that I'll go between for a spray weapon.
Right on. So you guys played clubs together before you became a team, obviously. Unsaid was already doing comp. Do you guys, during the week, are you doing a lot of scrims together before you're playing in a season? Do you have a warm-up? Like, what's your routine on that? Like, we talked to the fugitives, and they're like, oh, we definitely don't warm up. They want to be fresh for the game. Like, what kind of regiment do you all have, if any at all?
I think we've only scrimmed together twice ever.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, there's not much pub play before either. It's like we usually play like 1 or 2
Yeah,
individual.
that's pretty
so you don't
pretty
really
much
squad
all
up.
of our
Yeah.
comp scenes. We run pubs whenever we can, but I mean, for the 3 of us, I think we've played pubs like twice, scrimmed once or twice, and don't really warm up for comps. Usually try to get on like 15 minutes beforehand and try to make sure we're in the lobby on time.
No, it's just as
good.
Practice reload.
So is it just because time is short, or is it just you're just disorganized, or both, or you want to be fresh? In all honesty, and I'm seriously, you can't hear the applause right now. That's just me being sarcastic. Like seriously, like why do you guys just want to be fresh for a game or what?
I personally think that we just don't really need that much of a warm up. I usually just hop on for 1 game,
Mm-hmm.
and that's usually enough for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't need a super involved warm up. I guess just like even sitting in the lobby and just shooting a gun a couple times.
Right,
Um,
right.
Sometimes you'll see me like flinging off of stuff, just getting my arms like moving around, but not really anything other than that.
Gotcha. Hey, so real quick, we have 19 people out there watching us right now. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in to What's
Yeah,
Poppin'.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you. If you have questions, you need to ask them as soon as you can. Tethered and I will be watching the chat. If you're just joining us, we are here with MB United Kingdom Champions in C class. Now, you just won this season. How much? What is next for you guys? Let's just start there real quick. What is next for NB United? I mean, you guys going to be in next season in Kingdom or what? Are you bored with it and say, I want to move on to something else?
Be the same. Gabe has said I think he's going to take a little more of a sub spot so he can focus on some other stuff. So You might see us
Yeah, so
running
I
with
think-
Nasty still.
Yeah, Nasty for sure.
Right on. And Nasty, I have to say, Nasty did quite a performance during the final two. Got to give it up to Nasty for that.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
It was Nasty on as your sub before prior. Like why
So,
why
didn't he
Nasty?
play one other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
One other
so we
session?
had, I think we had 2 sessions in the regular season. One, Nasty subbed in for like 3 games for Rhombus, and then Winner also subbed in for a couple games. But Nasty is mine and Rhombus's third for our DD team. So we
Mhm.
play
Oh,
together
nice.
outside of C class. So, really easy to just pull
Yeah.
somebody in to sub for that.
Gotcha,
Oh, for sure.
gotcha.
Yeah, Nasty's great. Great player.
No doubt, no doubt. So, are you guys playing in any other leagues right now? I mean, obviously you're scrimming tonight, but what else is? Are you guys going to be competing in anything else, or are you currently competing in anything else? Since there's always leagues going on, and anybody
Yeah,
can
we
take
did,
that question. Don't be
Clans
shy.
League.
Yep, Clans League. We did Legions. We still are in War. Currently tied with VRS at the top of the War League right now. We have an
Mhm.
Arc DD team, 3 Arc Gold teams. Soul subbed in on last week for one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Rhombus is the only one out of the 3 of us that's still playing mixed doubles right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know we're all sitting here together right now, but it looks like Unsaid Rhombus has actually put forth a question in the chat. Unsaid Rhombus has the question, who is Gabe's favorite son? We want to talk about that real quick. And thank you for the
Oh,
question, Unsaid Rhombus.
No problem.
It's just it's an internal joke. I think Rhombus might be the only one that's accepted being my virtual son. So it has to
Nice,
be him
nice.
for now.
Nice. Oh, and Huckleberry has asked, are there any pre-ritual things you guys, anything that you eat, stretches, affirmations? No.
I think I kind of take this one. I actually told Gabe about this before the finals, but before any finals, I will make sure if it's like in the morning, I'll wake up at least 3 hours before, get a good breakfast, and I'll heat up the basement just so it's nice and warm, and I'll even heat up my controllers, and I
Nice.
take every precaution to make sure I'm not playing bad.
Mm-hmm. Any you guys
behind
any of you all have any other pre-game actions going on?
Not really.
No, I used to eat taquitos before every match. That was kinda
Nice,
fun. Then I kinda
nice.
fell off. No, not the closest thing to
That's a
virtual
fine,
life,
nutritious
so
snack.
I can
Fine,
have
nutritious
before.
snack.
I know. It's definitely great.
Huckleberry
Yeah, I got
said
nothing.
that you're a weirdo, and said Rumbus. I don't know if you could see that in the chat or not. Oh, and B French says, so the favorite spot is still up for grabs. Oh, worrisome Seep. Got to give it up. That is our squad mate in C class. Thank you for tuning in, Worrisome. I know you have all kinds of things to
So
do.
worrisome.
Do you want to address Worrisome's question there?
Yeah, does Soul like to play outside more than inside?
Oh no. Okay.
What are we talking about there?
Okay. So to explain a little bit, when I go back home from school, I will.
Mm-hmm.
I stay with my parents, but then I have 4 younger brothers. And sometimes we'll go to visit my family, my like mom's extended family, and so it's like a whole bunch of us playing in like this little tiny house, and I'm the only one that wants to stay up late and play, but I can't play inside because I'll wake people up, so I'll go out on the porch and play.
Oh, so he's not bullshitting
and-
then.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
I thought he was
I
just talking shit.
No, I was playing. I think in it was like 33 degrees or something. I was,
Ouch.
still outside, and they were like, "Why are you still
That's cool.
outside?" I was like, "I gotta play more."
Whoa. Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh.
The
All right,
commitment
so
is
we got
real.
about 13 more minutes real quick if anybody wants to get in any questions. So we talked about your loadout, we talked about what you're doing for next season. Why do you guys, so here is the big $1 million question. Why do you guys compete? Why don't you just play pubs together? And yeah, I'm trying to find my seat, but they can't see that because I'm off camera.
But we can see it.
Yeah, you all can see it,
You wanna
but
start,
the
Soul?
audience can't see it. I can't click on it.
I guess comp is just a little more of a. I don't know. Pubs can get a little stale after a while. Like, there's almost a feeling of like, how much does it really matter? And comp gives it a little more of a like, this is important. And also just being in a game with a lot of other like really good players is really fun.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Is it anything to the effect of, oh, I need to test myself? Is there any bit of that for you guys?
I guess a little bit of that, yeah. I'm always
Like-
up
Yeah, I know.
for a challenge.
Yeah.
Right, like how
know
do
for-
I
for, like,
stack up?
Originally, for me, like originally, whenever I first started comp, was people. Whenever you just play pubs a lot, you get a lot of comments of like, "Oh, you're just a pub stomper. You can't compete with the best, right?" So like that was
Right.
like a good original reason to join, and I think there was like a little bit of you want to prove yourself, and then now for me it's more I just don't have a lot of time to play, and so I really only get on to be able to play for a couple hours a week, and so I choose to do that in competition time where it is a little bit more challenging and getting to play with people that I like interacting with a lot.
Sure, because you only have so much limited time on VR, right?
Mhm.
So that is another big
Sure.
question. Hey, Nasty, what is up? Thanks for joining us here. I hope your ears were burning.
Answers me.
We got a
Nasty.
couple YouTube questions.
Yeah. Let's
as
get to
well.
those real quick. Go ahead.
The answer's me.
Yeah, Mike.
Answer's me.
Yeah, Mike Brenner asks, who's the best NB player?
Wait, no. Wait, that wasn't the question.
Yeah.
I
We're talking about
let
the
you
other
guys
nasty
answer that.
question.
We have a lot of good
Hmm.
players in NB, and I think every person just kind of brings something different. So, when people like to ask that question, I like to say define like good or the best, because some of us are really
He's
good at
just being
close range,
modest.
some are
Gabe is
really
the
good with
best.
ops.
No, Gabe is just best all the way around.
all around. And then the next question was from Anarchy. What's up, Anarchy? Yeah, this is live on YouTube and Twitch right now. So that was an easy answer.
Very easy answer. Oh, let me get back to the other camera. So I wanted to ask this because I kind of ask everybody this. When did you get into VR, and was Population 1 like, was that your gateway drug, or what were you guys jamming in before then? Gabe, Soul, Unsaid, any one of you chime in. Oh, and Nasty said that's a
for me,
cop-out answer, Gabe, by the way. Got to give it up for a little rib jabbing over the internet. Thank you. Thank you. And Nasty, thank you for being here. I know it's your first time on my Twitch channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out for What's Poppin'. Yeah, so go ahead. Why did you guys get into VR? Why are you not, like busting it out, sniffing some Red Bull, just playing COD on a desktop?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't planned for me. It was like I went to a party back in 2021, and the host had an index and everything set up, and we were playing some games like Super Hot and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
ended up buying the Quest 2.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
literally like a week later, and then I started playing Population 1 in December 2021, and really just haven't put it down other than now just limiting the time being able to play.
Right. What about you, Soul?
I think it was, I think it was like a Super Bowl party in like
Really?
2019, I want to say.
Oh,
And
wow.
One of my friends
Okay.
had like one of the original Rift headsets.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried that, and then started doing research and got the Quest 1 right when it came out. And I've played like pretty much every competitive like native Quest game that exists.
Mhm.
This is not even close to my first like VR game, competitive VR game. But
Oh, really?
this is probably the one I've stuck with for the longest. So
Like, what are some other ones? Like Onward or Pavlov or
Onward,
what?
I've played Pavlov, I've played Onward, I've played Contractors, I played Echo VR, I played Hyperdash. I played Beat Saber competitively for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
I worked for Meta because I got really good at a game called Dead and Buried 2 that they that was one of the like Quest 1 Quest 1 launch titles, and I got really good at that one. So I got to kind of see some of the internal stuff, and I've been a little bit everywhere. So
Nice. What about you, Unsaid?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I found out about VR at my cousin's like swim party. He had Super Hot going, so I was playing. I was like, "This is so much fun!" And then like a couple months later, Christmas rolled around, and my dad decided to get me a Quest 2, and I bounced around from every game. One of the first games I got was Population 1, but I didn't play for like the first year, and then I started playing competitively, and I haven't put down for the past like year and a half or two.
Oh wow. Hey everybody, we have it's very addictive. It's very addictive, like very addictive. So we literally have almost 5 minutes left. If you have any other questions, and of course I know Huckleberry, Nasty, B French, you guys have all the best questions. If you have any other questions, please go through those out there. And Unsaid just did a wardrobe change. There he is. Well, you're like an Oriole in a tuxedo. That's pretty
It's
pimping.
an Angry Bird, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's an
That's
Angry
nice.
Bird. That's right. It is. So
Yeah.
do you
So
what?
you two, we got a question.
Okay.
Or
Shoot.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if this relates to what you're going to ask, but Mike asked again, what's the best way to train with you guys? I guess this relates to maybe what is Orcs. Yeah, but you guys do any training? Do you offer anything like that? Mentorships? Mentoring, I guess.
We don't really do anything organized. We have tried to start, a weekly internal scrim. But really for us, it's mostly whenever people are around, we just kind of pick up and play pubs with random people if people in NB aren't around. But honestly, it's just ask away, like if you see us in game or hit us up on Discord if you have questions. I think all of us, whether you consider us a good player or not, have played in a lot of competitive lobbies and can give you tips and tricks for sure on just how to get better at the game.
And I know I've seen Nasty and I follow each other on TikTok. Where can people find you other than Discord? Do you guys have any socials, Twitch? Where can people find you and see what's going on with you? Gabe, Soul,
I stay off all the socials.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of I think I always forget if I have TikTok, but I don't really
I have like 5 videos on TikTok.
That deserves an applause. That's dedication right there. Woo! That's it. What about you, Unsaid? You got where anybody can follow you on socials, anything like that? Do you TikTok? Do you Twitch the itch?
I do have TikTok. I wish I could stream on Twitch, but I don't have a PC. But I do post on TikTok. I got verified, which was fun. I wish I posted more, but I don't. I do, of course, have Instagram and all those. I don't really do anything on them. And I sometimes will message people from Pop 1 just saying, hey, you want to play sometime? And like, who are you? Because it isn't under Unsaid Rhombus. So I've been trying to get people to play with me, and then I join their lobby like, oh, it's Rhombus? What? I've done that a couple times, and it's fun.
Right. So I have one final question for you, and this is kind of like going into the weeds of your comp play. What is the communication like while you guys are thick into it? Like, who's calling the shots? Is anybody making the decisions? Are you guys kind of, is there any kind of organization there, or are you guys just screaming at each other? Are you deciding who's protecting the flanks, who's running the flanks? What is it that you guys are doing during comp? And then after that, I'll let you go.
I'd say comms
Yeah,
is
so-
mostly Rhombus and I going into buildings, and then Gabe telling us not to go in buildings, and then us still going in buildings.
That deserves an applause.
If you've seen Seabrad's slander video, Gabe yells at us and makes us cry.
Only when you do bad things. Our comms are a lot of collaboration. So I usually call as far as like big picture shots of like, hey, this is where we're going. This is the strat that we're trying to pull off. But then really just everybody has a say so on what we're doing. So if I'm saying something and they see something they don't agree with or don't like, they'll give a call out or hey, we just should stack this person right in front of me. And we just try to listen to each other and move quickly as a unit.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to add to that, Unsaid? Or Soul?
They pretty much
That covers it?
pretty much summed it up.
Huckleberry did
pretty much we
ask.
listen to Gabe, but
You pretty much listen to Gabe. That deserves an applause for honesty.
you
There you
can't
go.
always listen to Gabe. Just mostly. I would say like 85%.
Right. All right, so one last quick question, and this comes from Huckleberry, and I think this might actually be somewhat serious. Who were your players that you looked up to when you first started? Did you guys have any players that were like, oh, I need to see what that guy's doing? Anything like that? Or any content creators that were obviously on the scene of Pop 1 that were doing things that you were interested in?
I guess this is kind of like a way out there shout out. But there was a guy named I Am Jert who I had played with him in another game. And we both kind of got in Pop 1 at the same time. And he got pretty good pretty quick because it was basically all he was playing. And I just played with him a couple times and he was really good. And that kind of encouraged me to keep playing and get better.
Right on. What about you, Unsaid? Anybody? Angry Bird?
So the question is, anyone I look up to?
Yeah, was there
Yes.
anybody that you looked up
Did
to
look
or
up
that you would try to follow or emulate when you first started playing Pop 1?
It wasn't. I didn't really follow anyone whenever I first started playing, but after Gabe and Nasty joined our Legions team for RBL, Clan War Team, I looked up to Gabe. He was my mentor.
Are you just saying that because he's here?
That's where we get like some sound.
No.
Right, I don't have any awe. I'll give you an applause for that one. What about you, Gabe? Anybody for you?
Yeah, so like I said, I kind of stayed off of as far as like socials and stuff when I first
Sure.
started, so I didn't really know a lot of big names. I more just kind of found people in pubs that I saw killing a lot of people, and just really started trying not to lose to them. I specifically remember one person, like it was like, Noah O'Neill. All the time, like he was just good, right? He was just a solid player, and so just always, whenever we run into each other in pubs, just trying to make sure that I was doing a good job and not losing.
Nice. Well, hey, I know you guys got things to do. We're right at 8:45, I think. 8:46. We're going to let you guys go. We really appreciate you being here. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. We're What's Poppin', my man Tethered. Thank you so much for joining me. Unsaid Rumbus, Soul, Gabe, thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody take care. We'll see even another wardrobe change. Nice. Thank you all so much. All right, I got us